Oh, bastard. Oh, well done, Van Feth. You proved my family wrong. You do have balls, and I'm about to tear them from your body. This means war. An eye for an eye. It looks like our guest is finally coming too. How gracious of them to finally join us. Take the bag off their head and ungag them. I want to see them properly. Well, I'll be damned. What a treat you've delivered me, boys. My, you're pretty. Especially for a Van Feth. I didn't think your family was capable of looking like anything but chickens begging to have their heads cut off. It's no wonder your father kept you tucked away from me. You aren't just some filthy farm animal. You're a pretty little bird. A dove. You have the look of innocence, of purity. Exactly my type. What are the odds? Oh, you look confused. Cute. I happen to like them dumb too, you know. I'm going to bet that you weren't expecting me, Dove. You were expecting my father, weren't you? Alfred De Scal. I'm the spitting image of him when he was my age. I couldn't tell you the amount of bullets I've had to dodge because I look like my old man. If only I got more of my mother's looks. But no. Mother saved me her ability to cook and to land 2 knives in each eye socket at the same time. In any other circumstance, that would bring us face to face with a Van Feth at our mercy, my father would be here to greet them. So you wouldn't be wrong to expect him. However, this is not just any other circumstance. Times have changed, Dove. What do I mean? Keep asking me stupid questions with that face. It makes me want to fill your head with something other than air. I suppose I can't fault you. With how difficult it was to locate you in the first place, I'm not surprised your father kept the information he fed you limited. Tell me, Dove, did your father even tell you about me? Did he tell you to stay away from big bad boys like Alfonso De Scal? No. How fun. If only we had the pleasure of meeting before. If I knew that my target would be so delightful. I would have dressed more for the occasion. Throw on a tie at the very least. You'll have to forgive my lack of formality. Despite the shit that your father has no doubt dragged our name through, we De Scals are known for our class and our charm. We were made to ruffle feathers, especially of pretty doves like yourself. But no matter, I'll still properly introduce myself. My name is Alfonso De Scal, Alfred's only son and heir to the De Scal syndicate. Do you know what that means, Dove? That means we are destined to be enemies. Isn't that fun? What a pair of enemies we'd make. I'd be happy to bring you to your knees. Oh, your father doesn't know what he did, leaving you so naive. Is that the lie he shoved down your throat? You truly believe he was protecting you for your own good? I don't think Vernon Van Feth does anything for anyone's good but his own. You have to know that your father isn't one of the good guys. Neither one of our fathers are good. They are as bad as they come. They do what they want, when they want, because they can. There is more blood on their hands than triple the men of their syndicates. More than hundreds of men have been tortured and killed under their names. Why? Because there's nothing more fun than having money and having power. That's what life is all about. Your father is a sadistic son of a bitch. He takes joy out of what he does to the people that cross him. Tell me, would you find pleasure in taking an axe to people's limbs until it came off their bodies? I didn't think so. Your father did. He wrapped up the limbs in butcher paper and a big red bow and had it sent to my father. They were my father's men, after all, and Van Feth thought he needed all the hands he could get after what he did. Your father is a funny guy. And my father was a gracious one. To thank him, my father skinned your father's men and sent over the remains to be used as a scarf for the coming winter. The winters are bitter here, and makes you wish you had a second skin. Oh, there's some of the fear I saw earlier. You don't have to worry about your father, nor mine. All you have to worry about is me and my growing desire to see what I can put you through. I want to sully those pure white wings of yours. You can't stay so naive and innocent. Not when you're expected to do the same thing that your father does. While you don't have to get your hands dirty, and you can delegate anyone to pull teeth out with pliers or crush fingers with a hammer, along with all the other simple joys in our job. You do have to be comfortable knowing that it is because of you that it is happening. By now, you should have been able to stomach it easily, or even have your own stories to tell me. Your father caused you to be at a disadvantage. You're a late bloomer in this industry, and I am more than willing to deflower you. You don't have a choice in all of this. The syndicate will pass to you. Van Feth has a way of getting what he wants. You can't avoid it. You'll either run the syndicate or stay protected for the rest of your life, rotting in a room until you take yourself out or someone does it for you. You don't seem to understand how important the business we're running is. Our family's run in the business of secret keeping. Secret keeping is a lifelong job. There's only one way to get out of it, and it's by being buried 6 feet under. If you're lucky to be graced with a proper burial to begin with. We make sure that secrets are kept and have learned a mass of sick shit on high-profile people. The amount of political secrets we've kept by making choice people disappear will make you realize that it's the worst of the worst that rule this world. The people who take money and power as they see fit. In return for keeping secrets, we get access to deep pockets and immunity from just about anything that would inconvenience us. Do you see why this business isn't the type that you can decide to quit from? I'm going to take your silence as a yes. Really, no job pays better or has better benefits. You can do as you please to anyone you please. Good question, Dove. With all of this being said, what am I going to do with you? What I want to do is anything I please to you. But business comes first. Despite you being the heir of the Van Feth syndicate, it's your father that is still in power. You are merely a pretty bargaining chip. Rest assured for now that bargaining chips can't be tampered with at a risk of fucking up the deal. But if the demands aren't met, well then, that gives us cause to tamper away. While I would like your father to give in to my demands, I would not mind being given the opportunity to tamper with you. What do I want from him? It's nothing compared to the life of his only heir, I'll tell you that much. Send the message. Actually, before you do that, stand up for me, Dove. Look at how quick that was. You didn't even hesitate. How can you be an heir when you're so obedient to even me? your enemy. I'm far from complaining. Obedience looks beautiful on you, especially with your hands tied behind your back. Take a seat on my lap. Careful where you put your hands. You don't want to start something before we even get a chance to have dinner. I'm not doing anything. I'm just smiling for the camera, and you should do the same. Yes, the camera. Right in front of you. My men know how much I enjoy taking pictures. I always make it a habit to keep a camera around, especially if I'm having them deliver messages on my behalf. It makes messages so much more personal, don't you think? Now, look at the camera and smile. Let your father see how much fun we're having. I have ways of making you smile, Dove. Or if you want to up the drama, I can always send your father a picture of my hand around your throat. No? A shame. Smile. That should do. Let Van Feth know that excuse me, we look forward to hearing from him.